Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is officially here. That's right, my friends. The past couple of months that we've been playing this game, it's just been a beta, right? This is the full thing. The actual game is here. So this is amazing news, breaking news, beautiful news. All the stuff that I went over and I kind of skimmed through, it all looks great, okay? I'm not saying that everything got fixed 100%, but I would say the majority of the specific things that a lot of people have been wanting this game to improve on, you know, buff, nerf, whatever it may be, they took it into consideration. And big shout outs to Creeps, the homie, because he made like a full like patch note type of thing of like a document basically going over all the things that needed to be changed. And he even stated himself that a lot of the stuff that he posted in there that needed changing actually is getting changed in this update. So we're gonna go over everything. You guys got a little bit of idea of what we're gonna be getting in terms of additions, like free update material. But when it comes to actual buffs, nerfs, like full detailed patch notes, we're gonna be going over that. So it's gonna be releasing tomorrow. That's the first great news. So we don't have to wait any longer. It's probably gonna be later tonight, like during midnight or whatever it starts. So let's just get into this. Sorry for, you know, just so much talking in the beginning. I'm just very excited and happy because Sparking Zero is back, right? Free update for Sparking Zero, new features and adjustments. The latest update details on Sparking Zero with the new features, battle system adjustments, and more. So they're gonna also, I believe, add some like one or two new mechanics as well, or things that they changed up, which is really cool too. This game is gonna feel very different. Okay, that's the biggest thing, right? So a free update for Sparking Zero drops on December 12th. Due to the update release, maintenance will be conducted from 9 to 11 CET and 0 to 2 PST on December 12th. I believe that is going to be midnight to 2 o'clock a.m. PST. So that, for me, would be CST, so it'll end at 4 a.m. I should be up around that time. I wake up at like 3 a.m. these days, so I'll be sure to cover all of that whenever it goes live, and we'll go over all the details, actual gameplay, and all that good stuff. And then if you're EST, I think that ends at 5 a.m. in the morning. So it's good. All right, it's good. It's just going to be during the middle of the night, you know, going into tomorrow, right? So to ensure a more enjoyable gameplay experience in Sparking Zero, please make sure to apply the latest update file. So it's going to be on PS5, Xbox, and Steam. So this is version 2006.005.003.004. Whatever that is, 0.003. Okay, this is actually version 2, because before the previous, like the version I think we're on right now is like 1 point something right now, okay? So this is like the actual version 2. Before it was like little changes, these are like big changes, right? So game mode adjustments. Battle, all stages are now available in offline PvP. So the offline split screen multiplayer officially right here confirmed. We kind of already knew this was going to be the case, but all the stages now. So you're not, you know, subjected to only having to play on the hyperbolic time chamber, okay? It's not exclusive to the time chamber anymore. Now we can finally use the, like, what, 12 stages that they have in the game, which, I mean, better than nothing. And this, again, should have been in the game from the beginning, but we're not going to get into that. This is all great news. I want to be positive about this. So this is fantastic, right? So I'm actually really excited about this because I can actually play it with my brother now, which is going to be fire. Functionality adjustments, okay? Battle setup, a function allowing you to change a character's display method has been added. The My Sets function has been added for team members, okay? So I'm assuming that's like what, presets or whatever, so that's great. Excellent news there. But this one is the big one, okay? We already went over the images for that from the leaks. It shows that whenever, okay, basically a big criticism for the game, which you guys are pretty aware of, is that it's a very cluttered mess of a roster, right? It has all the transformations, all the different versions of Goku, whoever it may be, right? It has them all out there in the open. So whenever you're trying to select the character, you got to scroll down, like it's annoying, right? Now this organizes the character slots so that, for example, if you choose Goku Z End or Goku Super, okay, it'll just have their one base form character slot there. And then when you choose them, it'll open up a separate sub-slot menu, so a separate character menu that shows all their transformations that that specific character has. You saw it with Frieza. First Form Frieza has that, where it shows all his forms from DBZ, right? So that's excellent. Okay, that'll keep it organized. And from what I saw, it looks like you're able to organize it, I think, by, like, the Saga or something like that. I think there's just better organization on it because it's saying a function allowing you to change a character's display method, right? So no like complete details on that. But again, we're going to try it out. We're going to check it out tomorrow whenever it comes out, okay? And then again, the my sets function for team members, I think that's like now it'll just keep the preset for that you have saved for the team members or whatever. Something like that, right? Ranked match and player match, okay? So this is important. You can now skip the intro battle animations, okay? It does require both players to put the input in, right? So you would have to both do it. But this is good because before you had to sit there and wait through it. And I love the intros. They're great. But if you play this game enough, we've played it for over 2 months now, you don't want to watch them anymore. You just want to get into the battle, okay? That was the whole point of ranked. You're there to play the battle and rank up, okay? So this is good because it's an option. It's optional. And it still requires both people to do it, okay? So more than likely, if somebody just sit there and they ain't going to skip it, you just have to sit through and watch it, right? So it is what it is. Player match. You can now set your team to hidden or revealed to your opponent when editing your team, okay? So yeah, that's definitely good, right? So you can, you know, if you don't want them to see, you can do that, or you could show them, right? Which is oh, fuck you, I ain't gonna let you see my team. That's hilarious, okay? Custom battle mode, okay? This is a decent update. I still don't think this is the best, but it's better than nothing. Text can now be sorted alphabetically, so I would still prefer it so that we could just type in the name of it or whatever it may be, but it's getting there, okay? It's improving. So this is better than nothing, and it'll make it at least easier to find, you know, certain things, right? Because before it was a pain in the ass. I've been using or playing custom battle mode for a while now, and it's just taking like 4 times the amount of time it really should be if they would have just added like a basic, like normal ass search feature and let us type out stuff instead of using preset, you know, text. It's very, very frustrating. And at this point in time, they already have done the most sus, weird bullshit people have made in this game that like insinuates a bunch of wild shit, okay? Like off the handle, out of pocket stuff. So at this point, just let us put on our own text and ban the words that you know are really, really bad. You know what I'm saying? So moving on here. Options. You can now set the battle camera distance to be closer. I've heard a lot of criticism about this. It was mainly during the beta, because they did fix it a little bit during the final release. But yeah, people don't like how small the characters look on screen whenever you're playing. And I can definitely see why people, you know, are saying that. Me personally, I didn't have a big problem with it. But in the original games, the camera was a lot closer. So this is great. I don't know how close it's going to get, but you can adjust it. So I'm assuming that you can adjust it to your liking. There's probably going to be like a meter showing like, okay, how far you can go, how far you can, you know, move out, right? So that's phenomenal, right? That's another good thing, a little thing that, you know, might help you with the game, maybe, you know, improve your gameplay experience, right? And again, let me know down in the comments as I'm reading all this stuff, what you think about all this, if there are things on here that, you know, are missing, things that you could, you know, improve or whatever. Feedback's always good still because, again, this game can constantly improve, right? Now the big stuff. These are like the actual big patch notes. Battle system adjustments, okay? High-speed Dragon Dash. Okay, so this is the new mechanic I was talking about. It's a new action, right? The new quick movement action, High-speed Dragon Dash, where you can move quickly towards your opponent, has been added. Perform with R2 and holding X on the PS5 or RT and holding A on the Xbox Series XS, right? So this is big. I'm excited to try this out to see how this will change the game a little bit. Again, this whole patch is going to make the game feel a lot different. So now we're going to have some type of high-speed movement. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like what Dragon Ball Legends kind of does now because they add a lot of new mechanics and things. It might take some time to get used to. Again, I can't tell you if this is going to be a good thing or a bad thing. It sounds great on paper, right? But whenever we actually experience it and try it out for ourselves, we'll see if it's going to be something that, you know, will make a character really annoying or, you know, will make it a lot more reasonable as long as you can input this. So people who have already adopted a certain play style, you got to, you know, add this in there, right? You got to squeeze it into your play style to make it potentially if it's really good, right? Smash attacks, right? You will no longer be stunned when being hit by a rush key blast when charging a smash attack, okay? So I've heard some things about that, okay? When charging a smash attack during a rush attack, Charge time reduction based on hit count has been increased. Okay, so I heard smash attacks been getting pretty crazy in the game, so I can see this being a good change, a positive change, right? But again, you guys can let me know down in the comments if this is something that is necessary or not. Again, I see it as a good thing, right? Rush Key Blast. Here we go. This is the big one, right? Broly key spam in general. After entering instant spark or sparking mode, people would abuse the fuck out of this, okay? So the time between being able to fire the next Rush Key Blast after firing the maximum consecutive amount at once, as it is different for each character, specifically, for example, like Broly, you know, he's being big bitch, right? A ton of people were just very, very annoyed by this, okay? Because it would just, the amount of damage that you would get from, like, just chip damage in general was absurd because you were in sparking. You could just basically use this infinitely for the most part, right? It was ridiculous. So, the time between being able to fire the next Rush Key Blast after firing the maximum consecutive amount at once, different for each character, has been increased, okay? So now you shouldn't be able to spam it as much, right? Again, we'll see what the difference is, and if it's, again, it sounds great here. All this stuff is going to sound really good because we haven't tried it in game, so we don't know the full extent of it, but they're just saying it has been increased, okay? So that's a good thing. That's definitely a good thing. So we'll see what happens in the game, right? Rush Key Blast Deflection. You can now move while deflecting Rush Key Blast, okay? So that's excellent, right? So now you can actually, you're not just fucked. So the combination of the Rush Key Blast, you know, nerf, as well as you being able to deflect the Key Blast is definitely, okay, that's sounding excellent. Solid. Okay, so you're not just fucked and just frozen, immobilized from the Key Blast. Steps. You will now no longer be able to be hit by certain attacks immediately after performing a step, okay? Rush Key Blast and Smash Key Blast can also now be evaded. So again, playing into that, the Key Blast shit, it's, you know, sounding good on paper here, okay? That sounds like a good thing. So, not being hit by certain attacks immediately after performing a step, right? That sounds good to me, right? But again, you can comment down below what you think about that. Z-Burst Dash. The amount of ki consumed when activating it has been increased. So, okay, I can see why they did that. Z-Burst Dash, you know, just going crazy with it. So you definitely... this will probably, I guess, go into play with... I believe later on here, a little bit lower, they do address the androids and the up and down shit. Remember from the tournament that we talked about? It was all over the internet, right? Ridiculous. I believe they also address that here. So this can, I guess, you know, help in a similar aspect, okay, with just like using it too much, okay? The amount of ki consumed has been increased for it. Burst Smash. Ki will no longer be consumed when activating it. Okay, interesting. And will instead consume an amount based on the distance traveled. Okay, interesting, right? Blast. Damage has been increased when using a boost, okay? Okay, so increased damage on that. All right. Z-Search. Oh, this is a big one. Okay, this is a big one. This is, I can tell you from experience about this one, okay, if this is what they fixed. Z-Search will no longer lose track of your opponent when characters are swapped. Should have been like this when the game launched. It was the most annoying thing ever, right? I don't really play PvP. I don't play PvP, like ranked at least. I'll play with friends, or I'll play, you know, story modes, like, you know, my single player shit. This was frustrating as hell. They'd be like right in front of you after the character would switch, or you'd kill that character, right? And now you will now quickly regain sight of your opponent if they enter your line of sight from the front when Z-Search is not locked onto them, okay? It was just annoying because whenever you're not in Z-Search, or sorry, you're in Z-Search and you're trying to find your opponent, right? Before in the other games, they would just, you know, look around or whatever. It makes this like black, like this like monochromatic color on the screen, and the sound's all fucked up, and it just feels annoying, okay? Because you're not locked onto your opponent. And the lock-on of it was really bad. For whatever reason, the detection was horrendous. And no matter how many times you moved around, you would do like a full 360 rotation and shit, and then you'd move up and down trying to find your opponent, and you just fucking couldn't until they were literally right here. Like, they were basically inside, they were up your ass, and you were like, okay, I found them now. Like, ridiculous. It was bad. So again, these changes, all these changes are sounding fantastic. This game is actually a game now. Z counter, another big one. The input window has been shortened, so now it's going to be a lot more difficult, okay, for people to do this, right? Z counter will become more difficult to perform if performed consecutively. So for me personally, I already had trouble doing this shit. So now I'm fucked, right? But everyone else is fucked with me. Key consumed has been increased when successfully performing a Z counter, okay? So now it's going to be taking up more key, right? Skill count increase speed has been reduced when successfully performing a Z counter, okay? So very interesting stuff. This sounds good. Vanish Wars, potentially, hopefully, after this update, will not exist, because that was another big criticism in the game. It was very annoying because it was basically, we call it, oh, this is DBZ. Oh, DBZ moment, right? Because it was cool the first couple of times you do it, where it's like, oh, you're constantly back and forth. Oh, I'm behind you. Oh, but I'm behind you. And it would happen for like 3 minutes straight. I mean, at least depending on how much key you have. But now the key consumed has been increased. All this, they were specifically doing it so that you're not just doing this same song and dance bullshit where it's back and forth with the vanishing. Phenomenal, excellent, beautiful, magnificent, right? This is what we wanted. This is what we asked for. Revenge counter. Skill count consumed when using perception against revenge counter has been reduced from 2 to 1. Okay, I understand that. I heard a little bit of criticism about that, where people were like, it's just a waste. Like, people were like, why even do this, right? Why even either do perception or revenge counter? Because it just takes up, like, so much with the skill count. So now it's only taking up 1. So you guys can let me know if that's like something that is good for you, right? It sounds good, right? It sounds definitely better. Again, a lot of this stuff that they put in here is definitely all stuff that people have been asking for. Okay, I'm not really seeing too much stuff where it's like, oh, we didn't ask for this. Even though a lot of people in the, previous videos that I made or whatever talking about stuff, oh, Gogeta's skin tone, right? I was like, y'all gotta wait for the actual full patch notes, and here it is, right? So, rush attacks during sparking mode. Okay? Gradual damage reduction of consecutive hits has been increased. Okay, I see what they're doing here. So this is specifically supposed to be like a damage scale addition for whenever you enter sparking and, back shots, whenever there's back shots from that, whenever you're in sparking mode or whatever. That's what it's supposed to be. So they're trying to make it so that now whenever you're just doing the constant, combo or whatever for it, it's going to, as the longer it goes on, the less damage you're going to be doing, right? So again, I can understand why they went for that, okay? Combos. The final attack of aerial combos and aerial slash combos will no longer be interrupted by guarding, okay? So again, you can let me know if that's something good for you, if that's a good thing, a positive change or a bad one, right? Character switch. Health recovery rate of standby characters has been reduced. Okay, interesting. Again, I'm assuming all this stuff would be, is something that a lot of people requested, right? But yeah, I don't know. I'll leave it up to you guys. Z burst dash for giant characters. Heard about this one, seen this one in action, right? The tackle done by giant characters during Z burst dashes is now guardable. No more Dr. Wheelo bullshit, okay? The Dr. Wheelo, or the Janemba, This bullshit, all right? This fucking cheese, all right? Fuck you, Dr. Wheelo giant character players. Okay, that's what it's for. So this is very good. It's very, very good. I like what I see. This is a very good update to Sparking Zero. Spike Chunjas, you fucking cooking, motherfuckers. So yeah, that's excellent. I like it. I like what I'm seeing here, bro. Oh my god, this is gonna be great. I cannot wait to actually play this game. And then it ends up being ass again. I'm just joking. We'll see. Skill adjustments. Okay, lots of... Ooh, okay, you're already seeing something on here that's big. Big, okay? Skills that cause instant sparking mode. The skill count consumed has been increased. I'm just telling y'all. I'm just saying this Sparking Zero might be game of the year now. I'm joking. Chill out. That's what we've been asking for, okay? For the most part, right? For the most part. So, I don't know how much it's been increased for the skill count, but this will make it so that it's not as spammable. Okay, a lot of this stuff on here, a lot of the stuff in the game, it was all spammable shit. It was all very, very spam related. So they're trying to fix it so that you just can't constantly use instant spark all the goddamn time. Then do your rush chain key blast bullshit, your rush key blast, spam that, and then chip damage, and then you fucked. Right? This is great. So we'll see by how much exactly. It could be by 1, it could be 2. I don't think it'd be more than that. Probably like 1 extra skill count, maybe, but we'll see. But we did see it with, I think, Bardock. I think he did get an increase on that, if I'm not mistaken. So, skills that increase stats in general. The skill count consumed has been decreased. Interesting. Okay, so stat increases, in a sense, got a buff, right? That's, yeah, that's actually very interesting. After Image Strike, here is the one. Everybody's favorite, Vegito, Super Vegito, okay? Effect duration has been reduced to 10 seconds and will be removed if your opponent uses Perception while you are under the effect. They said, fuck you, Vegito. No. After Image Strike actually got addressed. That's how you know when they're specifically honing in on one of the most notorious, annoying-ass moves in the game that people have been criticizing since the game came out. That's how you know they're actually listening. They took the feedback into consideration, whatever that maybe survey that they had, they really, really looked over that, okay? It wasn't just, oh, fuck, we're just gonna little skim through. No, they weren't, they didn't do no spark notes. They did the full detail, all right? They read the whole book, all right? So, yeah, effect duration has been reduced to 10 seconds. I think it was like 15 or 20 seconds before. I can't remember. But the other big thing is that it'll just disappear if your opponent uses Perception while you are under the effect. Goddamn, Spike Chunsoft, you were cooking, motherfucker. Like, goddamn, that's great. That's phenomenal. Again, sounds great on paper. We'll see in game if it actually makes a big difference. It definitely should. Reduced by 10 seconds and the Perception effect that will just nullify it. Shit. False Courage. Skill count consumed has been increased from 1 to 2. So no spamming False Courage no more, right? Technique. All I need is 5 seconds. Is that the Super Saiyan 4 Goku one, I think? I think it is. Skill count consumed has been increased from 3 to 2. Okay. And status increase upon activation has been increased. Okay. I'm not too aware of what's going on with Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I haven't really been following all that. But again, if that's a thing, something really good for you, great, right? Stardust Barrier. You can now activate it while receiving melee attacks from the front. Interesting. Okay. All right, so we'll see how that goes, right? Blast adjustments. Long-range blast and ultimate blast. The speed has been reduced. Okay. Interesting. So the ultimate blast techniques, the speed of it. Vegito, Super Vegito's final Kamehameha, key consumed and damage has been increased. So Super Vegito's final Kamehameha did get a buff, but also a nerf. Okay, so it's going to use more ki, but it's going to do more damage. Okay. Again, I haven't heard too much about what's going on with Vegito's final Kamehameha, if that was a thing that was needed to be buffed, but y'all can let me know down in the comments. Ooh, Goku Mini got a buff, I think. Quick Rush. Trajectory can now be changed while rushing. Excellent. Okay, excellent, right? Now we're just not, like, going straight at it. All right, I see what they were going for. Mr. Satan's Present Bomb. Increased ending lag after activation. Okay. I'm honest, I don't know much about what's going on with Mr. Satan, if that was necessary or not, but you guys can let me know, okay? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. If any gender you are, character adjustments, Android 19 and Dr. Giro got fucked. Health/key amount absorbed on successful throw has been adjusted, and Dragon Dash, Quick Ascend, and Quick Descend now consume key. Y'all motherfuckers out there be doing this stuff. Oh, did you finally get a hang of doing this? Did you finally learn how to do this? Well, now you are screwed. So no more of that, okay? This specifically is addressing how annoying Android 19 and Giro were with their infinite key bullshit, right? Constant up and down, up and down, up and down, right? No more of that. No more. You cannot do that. Okay, I mean, you can do it, but you're gonna lose key now. So you can't spam it no more. We will no longer be seeing this in tournament. We will no longer be seeing this in PvP ranked, right? If that's, you know, what's been going on recently. Because I think after people found this and said, oh, this is the optimal way of playing the game now, no more optimal bullshit. Now you're just gonna have to actually, wait a minute, what's that? You're gonna have to play the game? No way. You actually have to put effort into winning? In Sparking Zero? Nah, bruh, that's crazy. Second form cell. You can now escape the throw. Okay, I see what they were going for with that one, right? Cooler. Amount of health restored upon transforming has been increased. Cooler is the best character. Cooler is now top tier if he wasn't before. Just joking. Cooler is the coolest shit ever, right? Extra health. Okay, great. Again, I don't know much about what's going on with Cooler, if that was necessary or not, but obviously that sounds great. So, Cooler players, you got your buff, right? I'm looking at you, Bebop, my boy Bebop. I know he liked Cooler. Giant characters. Increase the time it takes to charge a smash attack and reduced its power, okay? Giant characters were just annoying. So, any nerfs on them? Great. Oh, here, look at this. Grade 8 Vegeta and Dr. Willow. Maximum health has been reduced. Yeah, Dr. Willow players got absolutely just penetrated. That's hilarious. That is funny as hell. So, no more BS with Dr. Willow. No more cheese. Stop it. Stop it right now. I don't even have to say stop it because you got stopped. And I didn't even have to do anything. Nobody had to do anything except for Spike. They did have to do something, right? Other. We have improved performance and ease of use. That just sounds like they made the game better. They could have just said that. You know what? All this shit, they should have. We didn't need this whole thing. I did not need to make a 20 damn minute video talking about this. All they could have done was put this. This is what they could have done. We fixed the game. That was the patch notes. We made the game playable. That's what they could have said. Why did I waste all this time reading all this shit, right? I'm just joking. I'm messing around. Man, shout out to Spike. Shout out to Bandai. They listened. They are cooking. I'm not saying they cooked yet. They are cooking, okay? Because when this releases, we're going to try it out. We're going to see what's going down with it, right? And I'm going to be looking at all the feedback. I'm going to be looking at everyone's videos, checking out, seeing what they have to say about it. I'm going to be trying it out myself in ranked. I really don't want to play ranked, but I have to now because things got fixed. The application of this update is required for online play. Yes, you do need internet, obviously, and you need your, you know, all this Steam. This is all on Steam, but this is all being addressed and fixed for every version of the game, right? Now, yes, again, this didn't fix everything. I know people are going to be talking about a couple of things. Rage quit stuff, okay? Save data corruption. We've talked about this. Big things. They didn't say anything about that. But I don't know if that's something that they're going to state in a patch or what. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, when it releases, we'll see. I haven't heard too much of it recently going on. I still don't know what triggers the save data issue. But I feel like it's online related. But I could be wrong. We'll see. So, when this update goes live tomorrow at like 4 a.m. for me. We're going to check it out. We're going to see what's going on. We're going to see if they release some more extra info maybe about it and address potential stuff. But everything in terms of the actual game, like the gameplay itself, big ups. We are out here, okay? Drop a like on this video if you did enjoy it, if this made you happy. And subscribe here on the channel, ring my notification bell. I'll keep you guys updated on all the Sparking Zero shit. Peace out.
This is Broly, and you are watching SLOplays. Make sure to subscribe, or else I'll destroy your entire planet.